So this is the third introduction, and it really focuses on here in terms of the inauthentic hybrid and looking at where we're at as a hybrid. And this conversation about the hybrid actually came out of conversation with a senior bank CEO, so a large bank CEO, and we've been talking about all these other issues and wrestling around them. And one day she just said, "Julian, I need a break. I need to think about what this is, what's actually going on, because I'm not clear in what's going on in my mind." And she came back with this idea of a hybrid. And she said, going back to the triad, she said, "I completely agree with that. This is what we're trying to do." And what struck me when I was thinking about this is that this is a way of thinking about a new world altogether. And we started to use the word about organisation of the future. And this was an aspirational world that we were looking at. And she said, "I've got exactly the right metaphor for this." And I said, "Well, what is it?" And she said, "It's the motor vehicle." And we came up with this sort of slide. So can we have a look at this slide? She said, what we've got is we have an old petrol engine, and that's the command and control, authority and accountability system. We have an aspiration, which is the self-driving electric car being driven by carbon-free electricity, and that's our aspirational triad that we're looking at. And in the middle here, we've got a hybrid. And the hybrid actually, it still works and so forth, but it takes a lot of effort to keep it running, and it's actually not where we want to go at the end of the day. We're in the hybrid. So if you use the car analogy, if the car will have mobility, it'll have wheels. In fact, in this case, it will always have wheels. So even the hybrid has wheels, the wheels will also be in the final car. In terms of direction, you'll have steering here, and you have steering here. In terms of power shifts, how do you shift the power? Here we have a gearbox, and here we'll have a gearbox in the Prius, has both a gearbox and it can change gear from an electronic point of view. There'll be no gearbox here at all. What you'll be doing is you'll be doing dynamic changes of energy from the drives in each independent wheel. The source of the energy here is petrol. In the hybrid with the Pierce, you've got dirty electricity, not clean electricity, and you've got both petrol engine and electric drives at the same time. Here you'll have clean electricity and electric drives only. If you go down to slowing, we have brakes here, standard disc brakes. Here you've got disc brakes and dynamic braking going on at the same time, and here there will just be dynamic electric braking that's taking place. And direction, here we do it with our eyes. Here it'll be eyes and sensors coming up when we're reversing and that sort of stuff's happening, got sensors. Here it'll just be pure sensors, and we can actually go to sleep if we really feel like it. So where we are in terms of organizational design is actually in a hybrid state, is what she came up with. And we're trying aspirationally to get to this stuff. So if we go back to one of the earlier slides, this stuff that we're all getting into, all the way down to meditation pods, is trying to get to here, and these are expressions of trying to get there. That's what's happening. But we're not actually thinking conceptually about each individual one of these items as to how they meet a whole. So Agile is well on the way in terms of thinking about this, but it's actually cellular. It's not actually how you can think about the whole organization in that way. 360-degree reviews, I suspect, and we'll get to that later on, you won't actually have them at all in here because the review process is going to be completely different. So we're actually in a hybrid state on that.